I gotta get a better grip. I forget. I thought I had it. What's going on, y'all? Urban Therapy with Sun 752, and this is the daily, the daily go get mism show. You think it ain't when it is? You think it won't when it whiz? We are here and we are in motion. We do this thing, taking off left lane, no coasting, and everything is gonna be all right. We talking about what kind of friend you are tonight. Tonight on the Daily Go Get Mism show, on this Throwback Thursday, Let's Get Real About Relationships Thursday, we are talking about when they are friends with everybody, best friends with nobody. Friends with everybody, best friends with nobody. What y'all know about knowing somebody who is so diplomatic that they seem to be able to fit in any kind of shape hole that they can find. So you don't know whether they're a square or a triangle or a circle or an octagon, hexagon, pentagon. They just get along with everybody. But do they really? You know, the thing about it is when you see somebody that is really, really towing the diplomacy line and they don't seem to be aligned with anybody, they don't seem to be partnered with anybody, they don't seem to be a part of a greater group. They are the ultimate soloists. The ultimate soloist. No. We're not talking about Jeffrey Osborne. He was never part of a group. We're not talking about Lionel Richie. He was never part of the group. We're not even talking about that kid from 112, the one that's like, you know, what's his name? It was like Little something, not Lil G, because that was the one from Silk. I'm talking about the singer from 112. Cupid doesn't lie, but you won't know until you give it a try. The one who did that part. Yeah. He was never part of a group. So when you see somebody that pretty much hangs by themselves, but wants to be down with everybody, but never really cements themselves in anywhere. Not part of a group, not on the guest list, necessarily, definitely not part of this faction or that faction, this alliance, that group, that gang, whatever. No, none of that. Do you trust people who are like that? It's not that those people are untrustworthy, but it could be that in your mind you feel like if somebody is just trying to be Joe, just trying to be down, just clout chasing, if clout chasing is what they're doing, if they're not really trying to join anything, they're not really trying to be a part of anything, you may ask yourself, well, what are you trying to contribute? Because the answer might be nothing. Maybe they're not trying to contribute anything. Maybe they're just trying to hang out. Maybe they're just trying to be down. Maybe they have some kind of secret way of networking. So whereas if this group is a rival of that group, then they just hang around with this group, pal around with this group, and hope that whatever happens, they get a chance to, benefit from some kind of way. You might feel some kind of way about people who do that. You might, I can't say, but you might. So that's what we're talking about tonight on the Daily Go Get Mism show. Friends with everybody, best friends with nobody. And now, to me, everybody has a special friend. Everybody has that one friend that you go all the way back to the sandbox with, or that one person that you met at work, or your school chum, or a classmate, or something. Even if it's your cousin. Somebody relates to you better and more than anybody else. Normally, right? Well, what about when it doesn't go that way? What about when it's not like that? What about when you see somebody just being, hey, shaking hands and kissing babies and they ain't even running for no office? Speaking of running for office, We have two political parties in the United States, Democrats and the Republicans. And neither one of them mess around with anybody who doesn't commit to one of those parties. So those independents, everybody looks at independents a certain kind of way. One of the reasons for that is because they don't win elections. They just don't. They don't win elections. If they win them, it's very, very rare. It's almost like writing in a ballot, you know? So it's like, well, what are your principles? If you say that you can't get with Republicans or you can't get with the Democrats or whatever, well, what are you trying to do? And with what? Who's going to fund that? But that's a whole different story. That might be a whole different story within this story. So tonight on the Daily Go Get 'Emism Show, we are talking about friends with everybody, best friends with nobody. Have you ever known anybody that didn't have a best friend? Didn't have a partner? I mean, when I think about this, even the most misfit person that I know has somebody that is either as misfit as they are, or this is like opposites attract. You know what I mean? Like one of them is tall, one of them is short, one of them is skinny, one of them is fat. However it goes, but they have a meeting of the mind, so they're able to, look out for each other and have each other's backs. And that's the thing that we might really question about a person that's trying to be cool with everybody. Whose back do you have? And who's going to have your back? Who's going to have your back if we're not sure, if we're not really sure where you're coming from or where you're going or what you want? And maybe you're not stating that. It's your choice. You have every right to keep your cards close to your vest. Just understand that nobody's going to show you their hand either. Probably. They probably not. All right, y'all. So let's get into this thing. How y'all feeling? Let me see my fam out here, my peoples. Kim's Wims is all up in the building. What's going on, Kimmy? Yeah, Thursday must be your thing. Let me find out. What's going on, man? Good to see me some you. He said, why? I caught it from the beginning. Yay. Yeah. Ain't nothing but a party, y'all. And Emily Dunlap in the house. I said it. Emily. She says, I'll be asleep soon. I start watching and somewhere is watching me. I hear it. I hear you. I know. I know it's hard to make this thing on a late night, but this is what we do. But I have some news. Like my schedule is about to go back to regular, so I could do this show a little bit earlier, but I'm not sure if I will. Might just keep it like this. So I might be in the crib, but I'm like, we'll see how it go. Kim says, and I'm over here wide awake. You like on that Red Bull? Like, no. What? If the park was open at night, I would go. If it wasn't so cold. That's what's up. Kim's Wims says, I know how to get along with many, but I know my tribe, my circle. And I don't like a lot of folks, so there's that too. Yeah. Mad and Balding. Wow, where do y'all be coming up with these fly names? Mad and Balding. What's good? He says, do you like jollof rice? Jollof rice. I'm not sure if I've ever tasted jollof rice. Let me look that up. Jollof rice. Have I had jollof rice before? Let me see. It's definitely a thing. Jollof rice dish. Oh, I've definitely had jollof rice before. Oh, it's West African rice. Yeah, I've definitely had this before. And it is good. It is good. So yes. All right. Yeah, I live next door. Growing up, I lived right next door to some Nigerians. And you see, yeah, they eat that stuff all the time. I don't remember being called jollof rice, though. I wonder if they called it something different. What's up, David Power? Thanks for coming on through. He said, yeah, it's bussin'. That's what's up. What you having? You over there having a bowl of jollof rice? Let me find out you over there. Yeah, I mean, you turning up with the jollof rice. Everybody got to get some. Emily says, whatever time works for you with the show. That's what's up. You said I should try. Yeah, I've definitely tried it now. But you know what? At my job right now, well, I'm not close to any Nigerians, but I'm close to some Liberians, and they've been asking to hook me up a little meal. So I need to cash in. Matter of fact, I'm going to go there tomorrow and be like, yo, what's up with the rice? What's up with the jollof? Can you hook me up with the jollof? Be like my man Madden Balding told me I need to get with that jollof. David Power says, talk about the rappers all RIP. Please don't tell me that another rapper has fallen. Because I know the anniversary of Biggie's death is coming up soon, March 9th. But that's a week and a couple of days away. Anyway, so tonight on the Daily Go Getimism show, we're talking about friends with everybody, best friends with nobody. Do you trust somebody who doesn't align themselves with anybody? Do you trust somebody who's not a part of a group, who's not a part of a faction, who's not a part of a gang, who's not a part of something greater than themselves? See, the thing is, when you're part of a group, normally you have a certain set of principles that you believe in, that you follow, their guidelines, their rules. This is what we do. This is how we feel. And our people are our people. We take care of our people. We might take care of some other people too, but you got to come over here in order to get taken care of, because this is what we do. This is our thing over here. La Cosa Nostra. La Cosa Nostra. Speaking of La Cosa Nostra, the Italian mob and criminal factions like that, criminal gangs and stuff like that, they don't mess around with nobody who's not a part of anything. One of the reasons that they don't mess around with somebody who refuses to be a part of anything is because they're doing criminal activity. They have to all be able to know what each other are doing. Because when the feds come in, when the law comes in, when the cops come, we all have to know what we are going to say and what players are in, so we don't get all tripped up, go into the interrogation room and start tripping over each other and telling on each other and exposing all the weak links in the chain. So in order, and not being a part of a group can affect your ability to make money. We may be thinking that because you're not part of a group, it allows you to be a free agent out here. And that's true. You're a free agent. You can go wherever you want. You can caravan with whoever you want. You can gallivant with whoever you want. You can fraternize with whoever you want. So I can sell to you. But look at the way they do it in business. In business, if you are an independent businessman, they know that you don't have enough firepower, enough clout, enough inventory to be able to supply a really, really big company or whatever. So they look at it like, what? I mean, you ain't really gonna get no money. You're gonna be getting hand-to-hand sales. In order to sell weight, you got to get with a crew. You got to get with a crew that has access, a crew that has resources. They have inventory. They have enough in supply to even have a surplus. So let me give y'all a more clear example. This is the way that Home Depot got rid of all the little small hardware stores around the way. See, when I grew up, there were little hardware stores around the way. There were lumber yards. There were electric supply stores, and there were plumbing supply stores, and there were just regular hardware stores. Well, what Home Depot did was they had a bunch of investors and they had a big pile of money because they aligned themselves. They were all in it together. And what they said to the manufacturers were, we're going to buy all of your stuff. You're going to be rich overnight. We're going to buy your entire inventory. But here's what I need you to do. Only sell to us. And you will be rich only selling to us because we have all of these stores and we're going to take down these small stores because we need you to sell to us at a smaller price and we're going to sell you out. We're going to buy you out. And then I want you to sell to the regular mom and pop stores, the independent businessmen. I want you to give them the regular price. But we're going to buy so much that you ain't going to have enough to sell to them. So they're going to have to wait in order to get supplies. Meanwhile, we'll have your whole inventory in our stores. So you'll profit, we'll profit, and then we'll monopolize the whole neighborhood. And that's what happened. That's why you don't see any electrical supply stores anymore, any lumber yards anymore, any plumbing supply stores. And if you do, you don't see many of them. You see one of them struggling, hanging on. You know what I mean? Maybe they have some loyal customers or whatever, but the majority of people are going to Home Depot. The majority of people. And the same thing happened when supermarkets came about in the 50s. Before the 50s, we didn't have grocery stores. People used to buy their food in individual places. If you wanted pastries, cakes, and stuff like that, you went to a baker. If you wanted meat, you went to a butcher. If you wanted produce and stuff like that, you went to a farmer's market or you went to a grocer. That's how it went. The supermarkets came and bought out everybody. So sometimes being independent, not being a part of something. Oh, by the way, Home Depot. Well, first of all, the supermarkets bought out all the inventory and starved the bakers. And then you know what they did? They hired the bakers to work inside the supermarket, making way less and not having an impact on the community like they used to. See, those little stores used to have an impact on the community because you could save up your money, get a loan from the bank, and open up a business and do well for yourself. The supermarkets took that away from the food stores and the individual food stores, and Home Depot and Best Buy and places like that. They took away from all the electronic stores. They took away from all the plumbers, the electricians, and the lumber and the hardware stores. So, and they were selling so cheap. When Home Depot came out, remember when Home Depot came out, they was cheap. Like dang, sheetrock for only $1 something. Oh wow, look at this. Plywood, a big sheet of 4x8 plywood. Cheap. After they got rid of all the lumber yards and all of the hardware stores and all of that, now we don't have to sell cheap. You don't have nowhere else to go. Where you gonna get a box of nails from? Where you gonna get a box of nails? You're not going to get a box of nails. You're done. You got to come see us. Now we make our prices whatever we want to make it. This is what happens when you're not part of a group. See, the people that were part of Home Depot and places like that, the other big box stores, Walmart and all of that, they still eating because they were part of a group. They ain't messing around with no independence. So there's nothing wrong with being an independent, but just know that it can have an impact on the way that people perceive you, and it can have an impact on your bottom line. On your bottom line. Now, if we're talking about socially, if we're just talking about friendship, do you trust people who don't have a best friend? Do you trust people who don't have a group? You ain't got no crew. You know what I mean? What block did you grow up on where you don't have no friends from the block? What we doing? When you go to a reunion, what reunion do you go to? Because you know everybody went to a high school, didn't they? An elementary school, a middle school, junior high. Everybody went to one. So what are we doing? What are we doing? Kim's Williams says, I don't trust people who are just out here as true loners. No friends, no loved ones, no group, no nothing. It's weird to me. I feel you on that. And here's the real problem. When people are all alone, when they don't seem to have come from anywhere, and they don't seem to be going anywhere, but they just cherry picking, you know, going from here, this place, this person, that person. You don't know if they're loyal. You don't know if they are aligned. And plus, the big thing is, you don't have no information on them. The group that you've been with for a long time, they know you. They might know your brothers, your sisters, your mama, your dad, your cousins. They know when you had a Jerry curl back in the day, trying to act like it was natural. Like, yo, really? They know when you went from Jerry curl to a rap to you know, a perm, whatever, to a weave, to a wig, and all. They know you. They know you. They've seen your struggle. They've been watching you. They know how you act. They know what you'll do when you get angry. They know what makes you angry. You know, they know certain things. And when you get to know people, you can get comfortable around them. If they're your type of people. If they're not your type of people, then at least you know that. But with somebody that seems independent, like, where'd you come from? Where'd you come from? I don't know if I can trust you. I don't know how you move. You ain't even trying to, you in my face one day, you over there in Dave face the next day, you over here in Rob face the other day, you know, the next day, you asking for rides or giving rides out to Rashawn and Ty. I don't know what you're doing. And I talked to Dave, Rob, Ty, Rashawn, and we all like, I don't know where he came from. I don't know the boy, you know him. No, I don't really know him like that. You feeling him? No, I ain't really feeling him, man. I don't know I mean, he cool. He a nice dude and all of that. He presents himself nice, but I don't know. I can't deal with these, you know, came from out of nowhere ass niggas. I don't know. And that might not be fair to somebody who's a soloist. Maybe they just moved into the city. All right, well, if that's the case, say that. I just moved here, you know, my job, I applied online, you know, I had an opportunity to come here and make it a little something. I'm trying to find somebody to, you know, help me, you know, look around and, what should I say, show me around and, you know, okay, all right, I can deal with that. What city you come from? Maybe I have family there. Like, I just need to check you, dude. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna be hanging around. I mean, for all I know, you a fugitive. You might be on you know, on First 48 or America's Most Wanted. I don't know. Who is the ball? Who is he? So questions of loyalty might come up. Questions of loyalty will come up. They gonna come up. Yeah. Magic. He says, hey, man. How's your night going, man? I'm feeling like a real man should. You know what I'm saying, Magic? I'm feeling like a real man. I'm feeling like a real man. I feel like a real man. Here I stand, talk about a real friend. 100 grand. When they come from nowhere, I don't know what to do. I'm like, who is this dude? Yeah, who? I don't know him. You don't know him. We don't know nobody who knows him. I ain't going to show him nothing about the secrets. So we keep the stash. I don't really know his ass. And so if you can give me a couple of beans about where this dude came from and where he can be seen. Do you got a little surveillance, some pictures, somebody from back in the day? I don't understand. Hey, if you want to fuck with him, you do it, but I can't do it. I can't do it. I don't know. And I feel like I'm a little bit wrong because I shouldn't. I'm often the guy that people think came from nowhere. Because I went to for example, I went to a lot of different schools before I graduated high school. I went to a different school every 2 years. So I met a lot of people. So I was always starting over, which was kind of weird because I never moved. You know how you move to another neighborhood. Of course you're going to go to a different school, but I never moved. I've never moved. I've moved 3 times in my life. Out of my mom's house into my apartment, out of my apartment into my house. That's it. I mean, if you want to count when I went away to school, okay, fine. What do y'all think? Friends with everybody, best friend to nobody. You all in his face, in her face. You just want to be down. You want to be down. It's all good, Brandy. And what do y'all think? Is that more of a male thing? Because in my mind, I'm thinking that this whole soloist thing, this whole came from out of nowhere, this whole just want to be cool with everybody thing, that sounds more like a male to me. Females seem to try to align themselves with somebody more. Or I could be off base. What do y'all think about that? Do y'all think it's more of a male thing? Do you see more men try to be freelancers, free agents out there? Or do y'all see more women? Or do you see like it's either or, it's kind of balanced? Doesn't really matter whether it's male or female. What do y'all think? In my mind, I'm seeing a man. Because men need other people. Men need other men, and they definitely need women. Because they need jobs. They need jobs, a way to make some money. If a man is all by himself, where is he going to get money? You got to have customers. You got to get money and move to Miami. Kim Swim says, that's one of my dating issues. Dudes from nowhere. Sir, who the fuck are you? Who are your people? I'm a repeat offender because I know the family or we have mutual associates. It feels safe. He might be a con man. He might be an abuser. Like, I need an ex or something. Like, how do you know if somebody is telling the truth? We all know some people who lie for no reason, right? Oh, I got something. Hold on, y'all. I'm going to show off today. I got my new glasses today. Check this out. Y'all see that? You see? Y'all probably can't see, but they green, man. You see the green frames? Oh, hold on. You see the green frames? Look at this shirt. It's green. You see that? See? Turtle shell. Brown. You see the skin? Brown. Huh? Got my new specs. What y'all think? Now, I hate to wear glasses, but it's a necessary evil. You know what I mean? It's a necessary evil. But yeah. When you're talking about dating or just being somebody's friend, okay, you know what? Since we saying friends with everybody, best friends with nobody. Oh, thanks, Kev. I appreciate that. You make me want to throw them back on. But yeah, when you talk about dating or when you talk about friendship, let's stick with dating for a minute. So he want to be your man, he want to be your woman, but he can't tell you, or nobody can tell you how he has been with anybody else. Now, I'm not saying that you have to do your detective work and find out, call their ex or something like that and find out who they are, what they used to do, or you don't have to necessarily go that far, but you should be able to get a genuine feel of a person for how they are. Like if they have like a really bad temper and they get set off real quick, and it's hard for them to calm down once they get set off, you probably need to know that. And if you don't have anybody that they know or anybody to put you on, you could go walking into a hot fire, and that ain't where you want to be. So yeah, somebody who just coming out of nowhere and they might be pressing you. Like I know women, especially with this internet thing going on, I know women, y'all meet dudes on the internet, they slide your DMs or whatever, and next thing you know, they trying to come to your state, trying to jump on planes, trains, and automobiles. Like, y'all don't live within 1,000 miles of each other. Have car, have passport, will travel. But they trying to, they seem to be a little too anxious. You ain't never have a girlfriend before? But you ain't never have a man before? And of course, what are they going to do? They're going to try to act like, yeah, I've had plenty of boyfriends or girlfriends or whatever, but nothing like you. I got to lock you down. Yeah, well, aren't I special? Aren't I special? Well, Michael Will, he says, I give my Jesus Christ salvation to the true God, Lucifer. Well, so Lucifer is the real God. Well, that's interesting. I didn't know that. I'm sure that there's some people who would probably agree with you. They wouldn't be me. But, I mean, you know how they say good triumphs over evil, but, in real time, it looks like evil triumphs over good. Like good never seems all that powerful or reinforcing, but evil is always there and the threat is always imminent. I don't know. Emilio Bean says, my balloon knot is inflamed. Please help. Them bracelets got you looking zesty, killer. Zesty. If that's another word for what zesty, is that like, what's that other word they got for when you think somebody is gay or on a down low? What's the other shit? Sassy or some shit like that? I don't know. But this is what I do know. If bracelets make you zesty, I don't know what to tell you. Because I gets down like that. I like my wristwear. You know what I mean? I like my wristwear. If you don't like yours, that's on you. So, I go with the stones. I go with the gold. Let's put it this way. I go with the stones and I go with the metal. Then my piece bang glass tables. Yeah, that thing heavy. Yeah. So, you know what I mean? You ain't gotta like it. I like it. That's my thing. You know what? I got the triangle for you. I got the try. I said, hold on. You dissed the triangle, kid. You know you ain't seen a triangle since you was in like the 3rd grade. You ain't seen a triangle since you was in the 3rd grade, but I got one. I said, got mine. All right. So, how do you feel about people who are friends with everybody, best friends with nobody. Who doesn't have a best friend? Who don't have a buddy? Who don't have an Ace Boone Coon? Who don't have a right hand man? And that's my left, but I figure y'all, it's probably your right to y'all. American what is that? That's not McFires. Dang, I can't even say it. American McGear? Bang the triangle if you love Donald Trump. Yeah, you'll make me never pick up the triangle again. But speaking of Donald Trump, interesting. Because doesn't Donald Trump seem like the ultimate soloist out here? Like, who is he really aligned with? He was a lifelong Democrat. Now all of a sudden he's a Republican, but he's not a conservative. He's not a conservative. He has no conservative values at all. At all. But he got them fooled. They're not even really fooled. They just... One thing about Republicans that you have to respect, they go with the winner. They don't give a shit about nothing else. As long as one thing they are really good at is transferring and maintaining power. So they like, I know he's not a real Democrat. We know that he's a dickhead. We know that, he's not the right man for the job, but if we can get him elected, then the other people around him who are the right person for the job can eat. I ain't mad at that. He ain't winning this election, though. It's a wrap. One of them judges going to make him have to be on a court date on the day of the election. Watch. He going to be campaigning. And them dummies out there donating to his campaign, and he paying off all his legal debts. Y'all some dumb motherfuckers, boy. He only is selling gold sneakers and shit. And he ain't even gonna be able to sell them sneakers. Those sneakers have red bottoms. That's a copyright infringement. Louis Vuitton, you ain't selling them sneakers. We own a copyright. There cannot be any red bottom soles on any shoes that we don't sell. Just in case y'all ain't know that, yeah, that's a real thing. Jason Bender, he says, hello, New York City. Forbes News said on the autobiography of Donald Trump, you may have been born in America. You may have been born in American. What is dad and mother? They say it is Jewish. Yes, Jewish, Donald Trump. Is he Jewish? I thought he was from German descent. He seems a little Naziistic to me. Surely, the world's most precious and greatest pearl in the world. I said, the world's most precious and greatest pearl in the world. Thanks for coming on through. American McCary. I wish I could say your name. McEar. Said he's German. Yeah, I've known him to be of German descent. I mean, not that I really care. You know what I mean? But who is he aligned to? Because let him tell it. He's this red-blooded American, and he identifies with people who don't have anything. I'm like, oh yeah? Show me who you ever hung around with who didn't have anything. From the time that you were a baby. Show me the regular folks that you have been near or around, palled around with. You've been bougie all your life, dude. It's been all limos and penthouses for you your whole life. Now, I'm not saying that you have to struggle in order to be a good friend, but cut the bullshit. You got them rednecks. Thinking that you love them. Yeah. Okay. then invite some of them down to Mar-a-Lago. He won't even shake hands. He says he doesn't like to shake hands. You trust a man that won't shake your hand? A man that is constantly under tanning lamps? It's a little weird. A little weird. All right, anyway. That's not true. He's very respectful to his staff. What staff? You mean all of those cats that he praises when he first appoints them, and then when they fuck up or whatever? Oh, I was never a fan. I don't know him like that. I never really wanted him. Like, what's it going to be, Donald? What's it going to be? So we talking about friends with everybody, best friends with nobody. He might, you know what? Thank you, American. He might be the perfect example. Who is he aligned to? Who has he ever said, listen, these are my day ones? Who are Donald Trump's day ones? It can't be his sons and daughters. They wasn't there from day one. Who are his day ones? Kim says, like Keith Sweat said, he's aligned with nobody. Exactly. An American says, I don't care if he likes me. I know he wants the best for America. How do you know that? Because he said it? You got a MAGA hat? How do you know he wants what's best for America? It seems to me like he wants what's best for himself. I don't know about America. He seems to be, I don't know. He seems to want what's best for him. You and me and our children's future. Yeah, okay. So who are his alliances? Who is his crew? Who are Donald Trump's day ones? Because he shits on everybody who moves on from him or who doesn't do what he says. So who are his day ones? I mean, I've never untrusted him, but you know. Why did he donate his salary to charity? Well, all his legal problems, let him do it now. He still gets that check. He still gets that check. You know, just because you're not president anymore, you still get the check every year, every month, however they get paid. I bet you he's not donating that check to that right now. He need that money. Margaret, morning from South Africa. That's what I'm talking about. Greetings from South Africa. That's a good look right there. I like it. Yeah. So when somebody isn't aligned with anybody, like who doesn't have a best friend? Who doesn't have a best friend? Everybody I know has at least a close friend, even if that close friend is a family member, like you know, a cousin that was like a brother or a sister to you. You know, like Bo and Luke Duke from the Dukes of Hazzard. They weren't brothers, but they were so close, raised with each other, they were like brothers. Good enough. A cousin is like a brother or sister. A close cousin, first cousin. I mean, think about it. You know, if y'all first cousins, then your mom or your dad was brother and sister to whoever your cousin's mom or dad was. So, you know, the bloodline is close. The bloodline is close. But yeah. Somebody who just is doing the diplomacy thing. Diplomacy. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with there's nothing wrong with treating everybody with respect. There's nothing wrong with trying to network. There's nothing wrong with that. And please pardon me if I'm making it sound like anything is wrong with that, because there isn't. There's nothing wrong with that. The question I have is, how does that affect us? How does that affect our ability to trust somebody, to be able to move with somebody, to feel? And the other thing is knowing where you stand with somebody. If somebody is your man or your woman, you want to know where you stand with them. Like, what are me and you? Like, are we just dating, seeing each other, messing around? Are we together? Are we going steady? Are we exclusive? Because if we are, well, I need to know that for sure, because I don't want to be out here making moves like I'm in search of something when I already have something. When I've already found something. So every spouse demands that from their spouse. Every man or woman that's in a relationship requires that from whoever they're in a relationship with. There's nothing wrong with it. It's a good thing. You want to know where you stand, But if you're supposed to be my girl, but you in every other man's face, you sitting on every man's lap, you hugging and kissing, every man and letting them touch on you. Like, you can't be my girl, because everybody else gets to touch you. Everybody else gets to feel you. Everybody else gets a piece of you that I get. I'm not getting a big piece. I'm not getting anything for myself. I'm getting the same portion as the public. You for the streets, baby. You might be for the streets. I don't know. And somebody who tries to be friends with everybody and not best friends or align with anybody, it's hard to know where you stand with them, because they might feel like you might feel like they're your best friend today, but later on this week or next week, you could feel like y'all was never close, never cool, never nothing. Because you didn't know where you stand. You didn't know where you stood with them. They all over the place. So you mean to tell me that you are spiritually connected to everybody? Nah, I don't know. Make sure y'all hit the like button, y'all. Make sure that y'all share the show. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. This is the Daily Go Getimism Show. I'm your host, Sun752. And we are talking about friends with everybody, best friends with nobody. Friends with everybody, best friends with nobody. Can you dig it? Can you get with it? You all right with that? I mean, because you might be all right with that. You might be okay with that. I mean, some people, and there's nothing wrong with that. Some people feel like, oh, well, listen, you can just let everything happen organically. You don't have to declare yourself to be with me. I don't have to declare myself to be with you. But we can just wait for the vibe and the energy between each other to become so strong that we don't want to be aligned with anybody else except for each other. You can play it like that. It's none of my business. But you should at least know if a person gets down like that. And what does it say? What does it say about us when we need to be aligned with a group or a crew or faction? What does it say about us? Are we codependent in some ways? If so, I'll cop out to that. Okay, I'll agree to that. What does it say about us when we look at a person who doesn't have a group or any type of alliance, when we don't look at them favorably? What does that say about us? What does that say about us? When you don't know a person everything that they do can be like a surprise to you. Well, you don't know a person, everything can be like a surprise because you've never seen it. You've never seen it. You can't, familiarize yourself with anything that anybody does. So some of the things that they may do may have a lot of shock value as far as you're concerned because you haven't seen them long enough to know what they will do in certain situations. Speaking of certain situations, that's the thing that you might have to concern yourself with deeply about people who don't have any alliances. Like, you don't know what they will do in certain situations. You just don't know. There's no way to know. They might not be bad people, but you don't have any way of knowing what their capabilities are. Oh, okay. What their capabilities are. And you might need that in order to move forward. Kim Williams says, we're not designed to just be alone. We come into this space attached and we leave in pieces. That's true. If you leave whole, you haven't lived. That's deep too. That's deep, Kim. That's deep. It's real and it's deep. It's deep and it's real. I'm going to read it again. We're not designed to just be alone. We come into this space attached and we leave in pieces. If you leave whole, you haven't lived. Feeling that. I'm feeling that. No, I'm starting to yawn. Let me get on the body here. Let's do these birthday shout outs and then we gonna keep it moving. I want to thank y'all in advance for coming through. Let's do these birthday shout outs. We have some birthday shout outs to do. Some people were born on this glorious last day of February 29th, and they deserve to be acknowledged. So let's go about our business of acknowledging them and making them feel special because they are special because they are special because they are SPECIAL. They get the RESPECT. They are SPECIAL. They get the RESPECT. They are SPECIAL. They get the RESPECT. They get number one out the box. Latasha Adams, turning 40 years old today. Turning 40 years old today. And also, Jodianne Reed. Jodianne Reed, turning 36 years old today. And my big brother, stepbrother, Katani Megiddo. Happy birthday to you, my brother. I want to say happy birthday to all of y'all. And I hope that today finds you all in good health, happiness, mind, body, soul, and spirit. And that goes out to each and every person out there born on this glorious. You know, people born on February 29th only have a birthday every 4 years. February 29th, anywhere out there in the world, worldwide, internationally, and universally. All of y'all go ahead and turn up. But don't turn up too loud. Just turn up loud enough so everybody can hear you. Rock out. Rock on and do the damn, to rock out. Rock on and do the damn, rock out. Rock on and do the damn thing. You do the thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind. And anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours. And remember, man, listen. You go ahead and trust that soloist, that person that comes from out of nowhere, always in somebody's face, always trying to be friends with everybody, not trying to be best friends, good friends, or align with anybody. Listen, they might be okay. Maybe they're a little socially awkward. But if they're so socially awkward, how come they in everybody's face? If you're so socially awkward, how come you in everybody's face? I don't know. I can't say whether you're good or bad, but for my money, I can't get with you, Sonny. And it's always sunny in Philadelphia. Listen, Peace to all my day ones, my everydays, and my brand news. I love y'all to death. Resuscitate y'all. Love y'all right back to life. We will be back tomorrow night for another Daily Go Getter show. So I hope to see y'all right here, right around this time, Make sure y'all hit the like button. Make sure that y'all share the show. Make sure that y'all subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. Yeah, no, be a friend to me. Don't go to those other shows. You don't have to be friends with all those other shows. So we're going to say peace. And I'm going to holler at y'all. Peace, y'all. All right.